In your order of service, you have the reflection of Reverend Fulgens Ndagijimana. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And as I said, I invite you to take the extra copy and share it with someone else. I'm not going to read it right now because of the time element. Junaid Jahangir, Sheikh Zak Sheikh, and Marilyn Gay have presentations to make, and then the rest of us will continue after that. Can we bring Junaid?
Audrey asked me to read this poem by Rabbi Rachel Barenblatt. She's well known in the Jewish and Muslim communities, and she works towards interfaith peace within these two communities. So here's her prayer for the children of Ibrahim. For every aspiring ballerina huddled, scared in a basement bomb shelter, for every toddler in his mother's arms, behind rubble of concrete and rebar, for every child who's learned to distinguish our bombs from their bombs by sound, for everyone wounded, cowering, frightened, and everyone furious, planning for vengeance, for the ones who are tasked with firing shells where there are grandmothers and infants, for the ones who fix a rocket's parabola towards children on a school playground, for every official who sees shelling Gaza as a matter of cutting the grass, and every official who approves launching projectiles from behind preschools or prayer places, for every kid taught to love a bomb with pride, and every kid sickened by explosions, for every teenager who considers martyrdom his best hope for a future. May the God of compassion and the God of mercy, the God of justice and the God of forgiveness, God who shaped creation in her tender womb and nurses us each day with blessing, God who suffers the anxiety and pain of each of her unique children, God who yearns for us to take up the work of perfecting creation, God who is reflected in those who fight and in those who bandage the bleeding. May our Father, Mother, beloved Creator, cradle every hurting heart in caring hands. Soon may we hear in the hills of Judah and the streets of Jerusalem, in the olive groves of the West Bank and the apartment blocks of Gaza City, in the kibbutz fields of the Negev and the neighborhoods of the Nablus, the voice of fighters who have traded weapons for books and plows and bread ovens. May we hear the voice of children on swings and on slides, singing nonsense songs unafraid. The voice of reconciliation and new beginnings in our day. The voice of reconciliation and new beginnings in our day, speedily and soon. And let us say to all of this, Amen.
Are Lily and Elora still here? I wondered if they would come and help me read this story. But if they're gone playing, okay, never mind. I'd like you to imagine these two young girls who you've seen here playing, standing in front of me, because this is a prayer from an Egyptian girl.
Would you please tell us about the women in black first?
Oh, yes. Oh, all right.
She's wearing 3 hats.
Yes, 3 hats. All right. I wasn't sure. I didn't see that part on the program. I'm a member of Women in Black. Women in Black is an international organization, women who stand in silence for a world without violence. And in Edmonton, there are about, 10 of us who come when we can to stand at the entrance of the Strathcona Farmers Market on the first and third Saturday of each month between 10 and 11 o'clock in the morning. We stand with our banner wearing black, imagine me in black here, and we wear our buttons. And much to our surprise, when we began our vigils back in the early part of this century, around the same time as the invasion of Afghanistan and Iraq, and women then were horrified by this new atrocity, by this new aggression in the world, and thought that a presence for peace was even more necessary at that time and continues to be. We were quite surprised that people kept offering us money. And finally, we acquiesced and put out a basket where people could drop their money. And now one of the functions of Women in Black is to put together rolls of coins and stacks of bills and make donations to peace-oriented organizations around the world. We choose our organizations very carefully. We support those that are for the rehabilitation of victims of violence internationally and here in Canada, and to promote education and peace supporting initiatives around the world and here in Canada. So Women in Black are painfully aware of all of the atrocities that have been listed and have been memorialized with stones. But also, Women in Black are actively involved in trying to make this world a more peaceful and humane place in the present and in the future. So that's the message from Women in Black. Now, new persona. I'm going to read to you a wonderful prayer by an Egyptian girl. Her name is Magdi Nagwib, and she says this. So picture me as a 12-year-old for a moment. We, all the girls and boys of the world, young and old, mothers and fathers in every land, love the security that comes with peace. We do not want to be killed suddenly or to find ourselves orphaned. Wouldn't it be lovely if all of our parents could live in peace? We are the children of the world. We ask you, why nations make war on other nations with bombs, destroying houses, burning books, and burying our cities? Birds, butterflies, plants, everything disappears from the face of the earth. The laughter of children and the good of the nation. When peace is gone, everything trembles in fear. People, cattle, dogs, cats, chickens, everything is destroyed so that we cannot live anymore. When the people and the nations live in peace, my friends and I can have our dreams. We can get our fair share of care and schooling. We love peace because I want my family and my country to live in goodness. And I hate wars because they take my friends and loved ones away. They ruin everything, the earth, the schools, and the factories. They kill or disable children too. My name is Zaina. I am a little Egyptian girl. I love peace as much as I love my mother, Rasha, and my uncle Yasser, and my sister Hala, and my father Ahmed, and my books, and the drawings I make whose colors beat in my heart. I am like a butterfly, and the word peace is like a candied almond in my mouth.
Peace be on you all. just be fitting that I get to have one of the last few minutes of our gathering rather than the last word. When Reverend Audrey asked me to participate, she asked me to confine my presentation within a minute and a half or two. And I'm going to stick to that, considering a minute of my time and 2 minutes of yours times 60. That gives us 2 hours of human times. As always, I'm going to stick to my faith, and I'm going to draw my prayers from my Muslim faith. God said, "We have created human only to test him. We have created life and death to see whom of you does better in life." Life and death are but one cycle. Life is not fair, but life and death are. With God's ever-watching eyes, we are promised to be paid back. Everyone will get what's coming for them, good for the good, bad for the bad. Act accordingly and be patient. Like a boomerang, it all comes back. Be prepared to receive what you have sent earlier. Peace comes from within, then radiates outwards. Be a rock, be a symbol of strength, be yourself, and this too will pass. Thank you.
Love is the basic instinct of all existence. It teaches people to live peacefully together, finding ways to resolve conflict without destroying each other or the earth. Today we've seen some ways that people can work toward relationships of compassion, respect, equality, forgiveness in personal and international relationships. Sheikh Jack, come and read this for me, please. And Andre, the closing words. And then Helen, you'll finish off.
We confirm that all persons have inherited worth and dignity, including the right to a meaningful and fulfilling life. Each person is free moral agent, and any from violence or coercion. Each person is free from moral agent, and any form of violence or coercion is an assault on our very humanity.
Thank you. Andre?
Violence is a human choice, and humans must have the moral capacity to make different choices. We have a human and sacred obligation to speak out against unjust practices and structures.
Taz, would you come forward, please?
This one? Can you tip it?
Yes.
Thank you. Working like this, I can't do that. I'm going to use the heartbeat of Mother Earth, the drum. And I'm doing this portion. I just found out today I'm doing this portion. So I'm ad-libbing here. So bear with me as I do this. And We have sacred numbers or sacred directions in our spiritual practices, and 4 is one of our sacred numbers. 4 talks about the 4 directions, the 4 aspects of being human, the 4 stages of life, the 4 seasons here in this land that we live in. And so with each statement, I'm going to honor the statement with 4 beats of the drum. Let us join together in saying the words written in your program. After each statement, remember I'm going to beat the drum 4 times. Okay? You want to practice first? Okay. In the rising of the sun and its going down, we will remember them. Count for me, Kay. In the chill of winter, we will remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them.
In the beginning
Of the year, and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and need of strength, we remember them. When we have joys
we to share, we
we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are not a part of us as we remember them.
Closing reflection, Helen McFadden.
Thank you.
So blessings are a good thing because they signify that food and fellowship are soon to follow. This is adapted from a Franciscan blessing. I'm hardly a Franciscan. I'm a very lapsed Catholic and a proud Unitarian Universalist candidate minister. Infinite Spirit of life, God of all nations and of all peoples, bless us with discomfort at easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships, so that we may live deep within our hearts. Bless us with anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation of people, so that we may work for justice, freedom, and peace. Bless us with tears to shed for those who suffer from pain, rejection, starvation, and war, so that we may reach out our hands to comfort them and turn their pain into joy. Bless us with hope and foolish optimism, enough hope and optimism to believe that we can make a difference in this world, so that we can do what others claim cannot be done. May God's loving blessing guide us, inspire us, and embolden us this day and always. Gentle people, go in peace.
Thank you,
Sleep, my love, though darkness comes o'er you, shadows lengthen round your bed. My arms will hold you, comfort, protect you. They too are weak, but loving. Shula, shula, my baby singing. Shula, shula, my own. Hush when we sing, I've always been so still, my darling. It's breathing and it shakes nights will warm me. Shula, shula, my baby singing. Shula, shula, my own. Hush now, be still, I'm always near. So sleep now, my darling.